Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lamenters Redemption and a brand new Chapter Master. So, what happened was I finally saved up enough money to buy myself a new big fancy gaming PC. Got myself a 1080 full 9 yards. Though, to be fair, I've been saving for about a year for it, so I was damn well going to spend the extra 200 to get the full 9 yards. But anyway, yes, so naturally the first thing I decided to do was to put Chapter Master on it. And let's be honest, Chapter Master on a 1080 with a 4K monitor, it just seems wrong in my head, but it's all good. So, welcome back everybody to Chapter Master. And I'm going to try and just keep to one day of this a week, just because I know it's what everyone likes and it's what's goes down the best on the channel. But I'm going to do a lot more stuff now, which is good. I'm going to try and get Eternal Crusade up and running, although that's more internet problems rather than PC problems. I am going to try and... what else have I got on the pipe? Ooh, Battlefield Gothic, that's going to be Battlefield Gothic Armada 2 when that comes out. I've been playtesting the beta, NDA and all that, but... so yeah, I'm going to get Battlefield Gothic Armada 2 when it comes out, if that's any spoiler or not. What else? Got Space Hulk Deathwing I'm probably want to get at some point. I'd like to get some more people to help play some games and stuff with me, which I'm going to try and see if I can convince some Discord people I know to have a go, but we'll have to wait and see. I've also got a few little bits and pieces, some more lore and fluff videos. I want to do a couple of story videos too, like some low-level animation on my Dark Heresy stuff. I had a lot of fun with, I have a few stories from my Dark Heresy days I'd love to share. So, those at some point will be cool. And what else? Not too much really, just, yeah. Got a fancy new computer so I can play all of the new games. And since it's got a decent memory, I can actually play a lot of different games now, which is good too. So I might see what you guys think, but I've got a shitload of games I've been meaning to get round to as well that I might see if you're interested in. Also, I've been tempted to do some streaming. I do have my own account on Twitch that I was tempted to fire up. Maybe do some long streams of Chapter Master. I've got the PC version of Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Can probably go through the campaign with that. Maybe see if the multiplayer is still active. So there's a lot of things that I think we can do. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, just fire something in the comments below, and I shall have a look. Oh, Tyrannids and an artifact. Nice. Right, I'm going to get rid of all these dastardly Tyrannids. Excellent. Oh, speaking of Tyrannids, I bought and been listening to the new Flesh Terrors audiobook, and that's pretty awesome, I must admit. It's Hunger, like the Flesh Terrors are clearing out a Space Hulk, and that's pretty bloody cool. A lot of cool action and excitement, and I do love when Harahel, one of the Flesh Terror Terminators, just goes full into the rage and starts opening fire with his assault cannon. It's pretty awesome. Oh, wrong planet. Yeah, and it's got interesting fluff and... oh, poo. Greater Demon of Tzeentch. That sucks. What else is pretty awesome? Oh yeah, the High Chaplain of the Flesh Terrors, Apollos. It's interesting, he's like the Black Rage is threatening to take over his mind. So his way of stopping it is to put a bolt pistol to his head and tell the Rage that if it tries to break out again, he'll blow his brains out. And I was there going, oh, that's pretty brutal. It's pretty cool though. And I suppose it's one way to tell the Rage to piss off, because the Rage is all about taking control of your mind. So if there's no mind for it to take over, then it's pretty screwed, isn't it? Now, promote. Alright, now we need to go to recruitment. We're going to keep the... but we're going to we're going to halt we'll keep those two on sluggish and that one on slow. Right. We're also going to send the chapter master himself down to nick this relic. A chalice. Oh, that's alright, I suppose. You're back on the plane, back on the ship. That's great. I should really send Fourth Company off by themselves again, shouldn't I? So they can deal with Tyranids while we're slowly purging behind them. That's an interesting choice of a starship. Also, we should probably reload these guys back to where they should be. Also, on that subject, we might just load up Fourth Company with some goodies. They only need 2. Right. I'll probably do the rest of this fiddly micromanaging stuff off screen, but I'd like to get Fourth Company a setup for now. Fourth Company transfer. Excellent. Now, excluding His of God, and we'll give them free escorts and send the rest. Oh, we have to end the turn, don't we? Right, excluding that one and these 3. Everyone else goes that way, and Fourth Company can stay behind to clear the Tyranids. Of course, we'll get rid of the wounded. Right. Nice. Flanking Lictor, of course. I always meant to buy a Lictor model. Just a stupid thing. I wanted to buy a Lictor model and the Devastator squad, and have a dire armor of a Lictor flanking the Devastators. And just because it reminds me of this game. Utterly stupid, but it makes me chuckle. So what else? Been painting Flesh Terrors. More Flesh Terrors for my force. I've actually got Gabriel Seth himself. I ordered him. He's on the painting stand as we speak. He's going to take a while though, because my first undercoats weren't too good. He'll need work. Especially because I've got a Finecast one, and I'm not actually a big fan of Finecast, believe it or not. It just ain't sitting too well with me. But no matter. Right. End turn. Fourth Company, you go off there. You guys can keep dealing with these Tyranids. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. I must admit, my Flesh Terror force is looking good now. Only thing I want is a Storm Raven, Bell Predator, and a Vindicator to finish it off. I know Flesh Terrors aren't actually that big on tanks, but well, they do have a lot of Storm Ravens and Bell Predators, so that makes sense. And I just want a Vindicator because I think the idea of a Flesh Terror's Vindicator with a Demolisher Cannon blowing apart Xenos just appeals to me. And we won't go attack, we're going to go raid, because raiding's more efficient. Although it's quite cool, if you read Devastation of Bell and read about the Flesh Terrors and how they use their vehicles in defensive warfare, Seth had all of the vehicles chained and concreted to the ground, so if any of the tank crews fell to the victim of the thirst or the rage, they wouldn't take the tank for a joyride and start ramming them into Xenos. I thought that was quite cool. Seth's an interesting character, I must admit. I am quite a fan. Right. Xenos are gone. Excellent. Now, the big thing is, I do need to... Imperial Navy? Huh, Imperial Navy. Orcs. I do need to find a place where I can set up oh, it's Tyranids. Oh, we can help out the Forge World. A place where I can set up an armamentorium. Alright, Fourth Company Captain. Take the artifact. Good. You're not on the planet still, are you? No, that's fine. What else have we got? More Tyranids. Fourth Company can handle that. I should give Fourth Company librarians some force psychic hoods and stuff as well. But for now, we'll let them just purge to their heart's content. Alright. Excelente. Nice. Maybe the fourth company won't become the heralds of misfortune this time. Liliana. Huh. Well, the words did alter your disposition because it was at 40 and now it's at 43. Also, the fact that you and I, Miss Liliana, are actually going to be working together quite well. Because I'm going to bulk out the majority of my forces with you guys. And demonic entity. I don't want to give them anything chaotic or what I'd suspect to be chaotic that they wouldn't appreciate. Now, well, the chapter's got to deal with the Tyranids on the way, so that's perfectly fine. I do like how this music's been lifted from Space Marine. It's kind of fun. Maybe one day someone will take up the mantle of this game again. Who knows? I mean, considering how many freaking free-to-play mobile games that 40k license has, it makes sense for this one to have one too. But until that day comes, I shall continue to be the lone bastion of memory and keeping the memory and flame of this game alive. Kind of like the last bonfire in Dark Souls. But we don't want to bring that up. Because it tends to drive people nutty, is from what I've heard. Although, I must admit, bold confession, I don't like Dark Souls very much. I beat it. I certainly beat it. I beat 1 and 2, but yeah, the mechanics are just not engineered for fun. And I think the smuggishness people have about it just is very unendearing. But no matter. What else exciting has been happening? Not too much on my end. Broken legs sort of healed in the sense I can walk around, but I cannot run, I cannot jump, I cannot climb, and it appears I'm up for a new career. I don't think I'm going to be a park ranger anymore because, because I cannot do half the jobs I used to be able to do, so annoyingly I need to retrain and find a new career. But hopefully, you know, it'll all be good. You know, pays to be optimistic, otherwise you go mad. Right, we want to explore the ancient ruins. Of course something's going to come out. 41 Chaos Space Marines. How? How did we lose 6 Devastators? What the hell? 35 Bolters. Where were they coming from? Weird. Oh, really? That was it? Well, that sucked. Well, we killed out a den of traitors, so, you know, that's always a benefit. But that was kind of a bit lame. I lost, like, 8 Marines because of that. Okay, I really need that off the screen. Here we go. Alright, what have we got here? Tyranid presence moderate. 4th company can handle that. Although thinking about it, I should have actually given 4th company 2 strike cruisers, because they can't bombard anything at this rate. I suppose it proves that it's been a little while since I played this. Alright. Flanking Lecter destroyed. Excelente. We should go to Nern. Because I really want to find a world where I can build a fricking arsenal on. Necron Tomb. Well, we can't build an arsenal on a Necron Tomb world now, can we? We'll send them to Nova Terra. 2 months. Thanks. Oh, well, it would have been those guys, wouldn't it? Right. 2 months. Hidden arsenal constructed. Now, go deal with the orcs. Right, Nova Terra. Well, first off, we gotta make an impression, can't we? So I think a full company of Space Marines deep striking on the heart of the Tyranid swarm that's tearing at the gates of the Adeptus Sororitas Cathedral is going to make a good impression. And then we're going to launch a full strength attack. I should have actually made that a raid. Oh well. Nice. Now, I think the Sisters of Battle are going to be happy about that one, aren't they? See, sometimes it's just about making the impression. The morale victory. I mean, it's got to be pretty morale boosting for the citizens to have a full company of Space Marines charge Deep Strike from orbit and tear the Tyranid swarm in half. See? That's a good thing. I think that was a cool thing in Hell's Reach, like in the Armageddon novel. The company of Salamanders deep strike right onto the heart of the Orc swarm, and that were attacking the civilian shelters and just tore them apart. It's pretty cool. Nice. Orcs are defeated. Now, to deal with more Orc swarms. Right. We can tear the heart out of these Tyranids now, and we should be able to get to that Orc world pretty soon. Excellent. Flanking Lictor, there it goes. If I ever do that Flanking Lictor diorama, I'm going to definitely have it'd be a Devastator squad with blast cannons, because that always seems to be what it is. Right, Orc worlds, moderate and heavy. Well, if we charge into the moderate world, tear them apart, then the Orcs on the heavy world will need to reinforce that planet, which will drive their reserves down to moderate. That's the theory, anyway. At worst, we will have gained more experience for 4th Company, which they can use. Right. Boop. Oh, what? It replenished without taking away? Well, that's bullshit. Oh well. I guess we shall have to just fight them the old-fashioned way. Oh, this is going to be a shit fight. One assault marine lost, one assault marine lost, tactical lost. Really? Fourth company's dead. The entire company wiped out by heavy... I fucking hate this game! The Orcs are so overpowered in this. It's bullshit! Why is it Tyranids can be slaughtered like ants? But anything above moderate for the Orcs, and you are guaranteed to lose unless you have 500 Space Marines. It is bullshit. And I'm going to restart. Next video is going to be a restart. I'm going to keep this up to explain the restart, but no. Fuck that. I hate this game, but I love it too. I love it because I see the potential. I see what lies beyond the crude graphics and the unbalanced, frustrating bullshit gameplay and balancing. But the fact that it's in such this unending, unchangeable state of bullshit and balance problems frustrates me. Why is there no company out there buying the license to this game? Seriously, it's a free game. Duke abandoned it. Everyone else abandoned it. I'm sure they wouldn't give a shit if some freaking, Steam dev developer guys grabbed hold of it. Somebody make this bloody game so they can fix the balancing. Alright, rant over. I'm going to end the video here. More Chapter Master stuff to follow. One a week. Otherwise my head's going to explode whenever shit like this happens. And maybe next time I might play as the Flesh Tearers. I might make a custom chapter. Alright then. Bye bye.